Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Rossetti and Stewart Podcast. I'm your host, Antonio Rossetti. Today, Justin can't join us. He gave me the thumbs up to do this, though, because he hasn't really been keeping up with the World Cup as much as, me and John. And I brought on my guest, John Jones. Just tell everyone about yourself. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's World Cup time every 4 years, so it's just one of those things where you got to tune in, man. And also being a big soccer fan, this is the biggest stage in the world. So I mean, how can we not talk about the World Cup?
Yeah, and I want to ask you too. Just tell everyone about how long you've been watching football, soccer. I call it soccer. How long how long have you
Yeah.
been how long have you been watching soccer and yeah, just how'd the passion in it begin for you?
Yeah, so I started playing when I was young. I was probably like six, seven, first grade kind of deal, back then it was a lot harder to watch soccer in the United States than it is today. So, you're waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning to catch some Premier League games, and you're catching a lot of highlights on ESPN 7 at midnight because they're just not really showing it over here. But as the game's grown, and streaming's taken over, you can watch the MLS on Apple Apple TV these days. So it's a lot easier to watch. There's a lot easier for Americans to get into and start watching. And I don't know. I think just playing my whole life, just understanding the game and the passion that people have, and the cities and countries and towns that really just live and die by their team. It's something special that other sports just aren't able to capture as soccer has, throughout its entirety, really. So I think just playing my whole life, it just really got me into it, and that's just kind of where I'm at with soccer.
Yeah, I'm like blown away just about the whole World Cup and just the fandom too. Because it's like you don't see it in American sports. I grew up a hockey fan playing hockey, grew up playing baseball. And it's just like, yes, playoff atmospheres for hockey, they're insane. I love every Penguin playoff game I've been to. Pirates, the one playoff game that they hosted 2013, the first one back. That was crazy too. But still, there's nothing like seeing Arrowhead Stadium filled for an Algeria versus Austria game. I just think that's crazy and I love it. And it shows because the ticket prices are insane. That's meaning these fans are buying their tickets as soon as it's available. These are selling out as soon as they're available. And just the reactions and just it yeah.
It's the love for the game, like the love for the country that shows up, and it's every country. It's not one game have I watched this World Cup where it's like, oh, it's that country's kind of lacking in fans or atmosphere or anything. It's like 100% all the time, the entirety of the game. It's something special, man. And we have football over here and it's massive, or like even, I guess you can like equate it to something like college football, where college is very like those fans and those alumni are just full in all the time on their college. And I think what soccer has done, especially, over in Europe, is that their teams are just their towns. And that's it. Like it's not outside money, it's not, expansion teams or anything like that. It's just the city playing. And when you have relegation, like Europe does, or plenty of other countries other than the United States, where they can get relegated and you can get promoted, you can go from being the lowest team to literally playing in the Champions League if you just keep winning and winning and winning. And you can actually go, from a population of 1,000 in the small village to hosting Manchester United one day, and it's just and you can't get that kind of passion from any other sport in the world.
That's what I've been looking into too. Like I've been getting into soccer for the past couple of years, and I think like the whole, what do you call it? The whole UEFA, like the whole tournaments and
Yeah,
stuff like
UEFA
that.
and everything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like just how they hold like, oh, well, you have league play, but guess what? You can also play for this too during the week and stuff like that. And just like how
Right, and there's so many tournaments that go on during the regular season. So even if
Mhm.
you lose one tournament, you can play in another one, and you still have your regular season going, and you have the FA Cup going, and you have the the supporter shield going and this and that, and it's just one thing after another. And it's like, yeah, a regular season might be only, I think it's like 30 something matches. But really, you're playing 60, 70 matches in a season if you're taking these tournaments all the way. And then if you get the top five spots or top four, whatever it is in the Premier League, you go into the Champions League, and then you're facing other teams from Europe, from Italy and Spain and France, and then you're facing the best of the best eventually as a club and not as a country. And as I said, it's one of those things where you take somebody like Brighton, and it's just a small little town, and their players live next to normal working people, and they're just playing on a Saturday, just trying to get promoted into that next division right there. And it's like relegation is the best thing to have, is the best thing, because you can't suck and just, oh, well, we'll just wait on the draft and we'll pick number one and we'll get a good quarterback or a good, starter, this or that. It's no, you suck and you're moving right on down. And the teams that did good in that division, they're moving up and taking your spot and seeing if they can make it again. And I think it's just one of those things where you don't find that in American sports. There's no relegation. If you suck, you just go to the bottom and you get a good draft pick and you just hope to rebuild, as they say. And then teams are just rebuild mode year after year,
Yeah.
and it seems
And
like
people are
every
losing
year.
intentionally and
Right. It's
in
like
soccer
like the
overseas.
Jets.
It's
You,
like,
you know,
yeah,
like think about like the Jets. Like how long have they been in rebuild mode for? I mean, since I was a kid, like they've never
yeah.
been good. And they're always like, oh, oh, we just need this guy. We just need this guy. And it's like, no, that's not how you make a team work.
Yeah, no, I agree too. And it's just like they force you to want to win, which I love.
Right,
Like,
exactly. Yeah, you do not want to be like the bottom four getting relegated and you suck. That's what it is. They just tell
yeah.
you suck.
And it ends like the whole entire like regular season too, because like Bam Adebayo, for example, scored 83 on the Wizards. And it's just like the Wizards were in full tank mode at that point. They didn't like it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah, exactly. It's like why are you even scoring when you're just trying for the first draft pick next year, or because I know basketball does like lottery and stuff like that.
I like the no commercials too. It's just like
Oh
it's
yeah, yeah.
never stopping.
Okay, you know what? Here's my first complaint about this World Cup is these hydration breaks. Screw it. It's awful. It sucks. And I understand if you're playing in an outdoor stadium and it's the weather we've been having lately is crazy hot. I get it. Give them a hydration break. Let their stars be able to keep playing. Let everybody be able to keep playing. But when we're in an air conditioned, domed stadium, we don't need to be having hydration breaks. They've done it for hundreds of years without hydration breaks.
Literally.
And really, if you go back to a lot of these matches that have happened, you see the momentum shift immediately. And
Hmm.
it's like it goes from one team to the other. It's like, no, soccer is 45 minutes straight. That's what it is. It's not 22 minutes, the ball goes out, everyone gets a little water break, they regroup real fast, and then they move on. And it really shows that momentum shift where, we've seen teams come back and be better all of a sudden after hydration break, even when, the original team was just beating down on this team, and all of a sudden they have to stop, they have to quote unquote give up possession or whatever it is, wait for the stoppage time, and then all of a sudden they come back a little flat because now the legs are getting a little tired and they've gotten a little break, and then the other team, they're getting a little hyped up, and all of a sudden it changes. It's like no, like you have to change that momentum during the game. You
Not
know,
from a
you can't
hydration.
have it
Yeah, perfect
through a
example. I was
hydration break.
watching Netherlands versus Morocco, and it was like Netherlands. Honestly, Morocco was just abusing them in the second half.
Oh
But
yeah,
like that hydration break, it's like, well, Morocco was this close how many times? Couple posts, couple good passes to the box, and all of a sudden you got 2 minutes to like kind of regroup and think like, oh, like we could strategize now against them. And
exactly.
Netherlands was just thinking, oh, let's just keep trying to get them to penalties because Netherlands, let's just be real, like they played terrible against Morocco. But
Oh
like
yeah, yep.
but like it helped though. Like even Cabo Verde too. Like if you think about that, like how many chances did Argentina have to go up a goal or two, and then all of a sudden a hydration break
Right.
happens?
Right. So I think that's my biggest complaint about the World Cup this time around is just dehydration breaks. And like as I said, I get it, especially if they're playing outdoors and it's super hot and this and that. But I mean, they've done World Cup since, the 30s and they've never had a hydration breaks anywhere they've been at. It's like they've always been okay. They've always made it through. It's like you want your stars to be healthy, you want everybody to be healthy, you want, your full 11 out there and this and that, but it's the way of the game. You get injured, next man up, the sub comes on and you hope he can produce just as well as your starter does.
Yeah, and that goes in. I want to lead right into. I was speaking about Netherlands versus Morocco. I was gonna just bring up some matches, and
Oh
I
yeah,
just
for
wanted
sure.
to
Let's
see what
go.
you thought of each one. And I'm gonna say, just I wrote some down that I thought when I was watching. This is the one of the best games I've seen, and we talked about it before we even hopped on the podcast. I'll start with this one: Argentina, Cape Verde.
Best game, best game of the entirety of the World Cup. Best game I've probably ever watched in my entire life, bar none. I mean, Cabo Verde having that literally Argentina on the heels and their population is 500,000 people. This is the first World Cup ever, and they make it out of their bracket, their standings with the Spain and Uruguay, like to even make it out of the group stages was impressive enough. I mean, what they lost their first game like 7-1 or whatever it was. It was an
Hmm.
awful showing from Capo Verde. And then they come back and then they tie 0-0. And then they go on to win their last match to like continue this miraculous, like historic run for such a country. And honestly, I'm gonna say I don't even care. They got robbed. That VAR was absolute. I love VAR. I really think it's helped the game in a lot of different ways, especially with offsides calls, obviously, and with, goal scoring opportunities and even goals themselves, making sure it's an actual goal. Because we've seen it time and time again, especially in a World Cup setting. I think it happened in England 2 or 3 World Cups ago, bounced off the crossbar into the goal and popped out, and they counted a no goal, and it was an actual goal. So I can see where VAR helps, and I really don't mind VAR, especially if it's fast, it's quick, it gets the right call. But when, the ref sees it in front of his face happen, he lets the play go on. This guy takes it 90 yards down the field. There's a little pass here into the box, a goal happens, and then all of a sudden we're going to take that back and VAR is going to overturn that. That's not right. That is absolutely not. Because I mean, that would have put up 2-0, and that would have changed the course of the last 15 minutes of that game.
Hmm.
And VAR, I really screwed that game. And as I said, like VAR has been great. I think it's been pretty good for the game overall, but it should not be used in that kind of setting where, I mean, it was the opposite end of the field. The ref saw it with his face. He said it was an okay play. It was an okay challenge. They take it all the way down, and then all of a sudden it's just now it's a foul because they scored kind of deal. It's like,
Yeah,
well, where's this coming from? And I think that ruins the game, and that's what I don't like to see out of VAR.
yeah. And you're referencing whenever Egypt too went the other way, right? On the Egypt game.
Yeah. Oh, was that
Yeah,
the Egypt game?
yeah,
No,
yeah,
that might
yeah.
be getting
Oh
confused
yeah,
here.
no
Yeah.
worries. Yeah, but still, it was like they would have went up 2-0, and then they scored like 10 minutes later too. So they
Yeah.
could have
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
up
Yeah. Yeah.
3-0.
It
And,
would have
and
been up 3-0. That would have sealed the game. That would have absolutely sealed the game.
and it's funny too because I didn't think it was like personally a big foul. He may
It
have
wasn't
dove a little
absolutely
bit.
absolutely not. It wasn't a big fan. If it
Yeah,
was, the ref would have called it right then and there. That
yeah.
simple as, or he would
But
have
it
waited.
happened later in the game too, because Mo Salah got tangled, and it was another ticky tacky. I wouldn't have called either one, but Salah got tangled up, and they went how
Oh
many
yeah.
yards? 90 yards maybe down the pitch, and they
Yeah.
they scored to win 3-2. But they didn't even go to VAR. And like
Right.
I thought I saw somewhere that the ref was quoted saying, "Oh, that's above my pay grade to go to VAR on that one." And I'm just like, okay, sure.
Yeah, no,
But
no. VAR should be used for offsides and goal scoring opportunities.
yeah,
That is it. And honestly, like I know people have been complaining about like, oh, it's offsides and they like still let them play and like the sideline, ref isn't as involved with the offsides anymore. And you know what? That's fine. Let him play because if it's not offsides, you don't want to stop a goal scoring opportunity. And if he is offsides and the goal happens, it gets reviewed anyway, and it's going to be pulled back. So it's like, let them play, like let them play. I think that's another good thing I've seen a lot throughout this World Cup, and not every match, not every ref, but a lot of these refs are just letting them play. Like massive challenges are happening, people are falling, great slide tackles, maybe even some like that could have been called kind of deal, but you just let them play and you just let the game naturally take shape. I think
Hmm.
that's I think that also goes back to the hydration breaks. It's like you have to let the game naturally develop into the game it's going to be, because every game is a little different. Every country plays a little different. All their styles are a little different. I think you have to really let that develop. And you can't let that develop in 20 minutes or 22 minutes. It does take an entire half. Or we've even seen like teams come out from halftime and it's flipped. And all of a sudden, they're getting all the possession, they're getting all the passes, they're getting all the looks, and they're looking great. And that's okay if it's out of halftime, that they regrouped, they huddled up, they say, hey guys, we got to change something out there. And they do. But when, 22 minutes into the half and all of a sudden it's getting changed, it doesn't sit right with me. It
Hmm.
it just doesn't.
I do want to ask too, just to switch gears a little bit. Um, Erling Haaland. I just want to talk about him. One of my other favorite games of this tournament was Norway versus Brazil, and I think like Norway has been a big surprise, but at the same time, I read a stat. Holland is at his quickest after the 60th minute, and it definitely showed against
That's
Brazil.
interesting. That's interesting because he scored his two goals after the 60th minute,
Yeah,
right?
and
Pretty sure, yeah.
he just ran in, got the header, and then he did the other one himself. I just wanted to
Yeah,
say,
like completely
what you
by
think of that?
himself.
What do you think of Erling Haaland? For me, I love the reaction when he ate the pastrami sandwich. I think that he's just a fun guy. I think he's good for the game. He's just towering over everyone else. I don't know. He just seems like he's having a fun time out there in a game that's incredibly competitive. And I tell you what, when he turns it on, he turns it on. And good luck trying to keep him away from the box.
Yeah, yeah, no, I mean, I can't agree more. Holland is something special, and he's something special at his own on the club level too. He's always making goals, goal scoring opportunities. He's a through and through striker, like he is great at what he does. And yeah, watching him play, it's always fun, and Norway's going to be in it just because he's out on the pitch. And
Hmm.
when you have a guy like that for a country like that where they can be good, but they don't have like superstars like that. It's one of those things like watching him play it's a treat and it's fun and he's having fun with the game and you can tell because he's scoring goals and if you're scoring
Hmm.
goals you're having fun and it just makes the team feel better, it makes your manager feel better, it makes everything a little bit more relaxed because you got a guy like him in the front there doing his thing.
How do they do against England? What are you thinking? Them versus England.
Ah man, that it's gonna be a tough match. I think honestly, I think Norway is gonna beat England. I'll say it right now. I really do. England's looked a little iffy this whole cup. Harry Kane, he's been there. He's been good. He's gotten a couple of goals. I don't know how many, but he's gotten a couple of goals.
Hmm.
He's a premier striker. Nothing against Harry Kane at all. He is fantastic.
Hmm.
But I mean, the way Norway's been playing, England's gonna struggle and get against them for sure. It's not gonna be a cakewalk for either team, absolutely not. But I do think Norway has an edge
Hmm.
over, especially. I mean, they beat Brazil. They beat some good teams this cup. So I mean, and you have Holland out there, so it's like you just put your trust in Holland, put the ball at his feet, and you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think like their whole team's they're pretty loaded though too, Norway.
Yeah.
It's not just
Oh
Holland,
yeah.
like they got
No,
some
no, absolutely
players.
not.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think they have a really good chance. I think it's just one of those things. England has been in this spot a lot. Like Euro Cup, I know they lost Euro Cup 2021, but
Hmm.
Rashford's been there before. Harry Kane's obviously been in this predicament before.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Jude
especially back at
Bellingham.
Tottenham, trying to win, just games over at Tottenham, and
Yeah.
he's been this position many times, and I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if England does go on to win, but as I said, I do think it's going to be harder because I mean Norway, Holland is just so good, dude. Just watching him play, it's just he's just so good.
Hmm. he's enjoyable to watch play. I like honestly.
Yeah,
He's just
yeah.
fun to watch play.
Absolutely. I mean, the game against Brazil, I had no doubt. Honestly, I had no doubt that Norway was going to win because Brazil really hasn't shown up this cup. It's not like
No.
they've done spectacular or like any dominant matches or anything like that. Um, so to go against a guy like Holland and, Norway against Brazil, it was like I wasn't too surprised that Norway took that game over Brazil because I don't know if it's because Brazil is maybe young or the talent on the field. It's not like they don't have talent or anything, but it is definitely it's not the Brazil of past. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
It's the
definitely
Brazil
not.
of 8, 10, 12 years ago. That's for sure.
Hmm. Yeah, especially with then with Neymar too. Like he, you see the end of that game, he scores the goal, gets in Norway's face, and then retires. That was crazy. Like crazy way to
Yeah.
end your. Like, what's your thoughts on just the whole Neymar situation?
I mean, to be honest, this is my first time hearing that Neymar retired.
Yeah.
So okay, I am now blown away because I truly I had no idea. This is the first time you telling me this is the first time I've heard that Neymar is retiring. And honestly, he had a good career, but he was supposed to be like the next Ronaldinho or the next this person, or the next that person. I don't think he ever quite hit that level. I mean,
Hmm.
I think when people think about Neymar, they think about him rolling around on the pitch during the last World Cup for like 32 minutes, and he rolled around more than he actually played. And no disrespect to Neymar, but I mean, we've all seen the videos and the clips and the compilations of him just rolling around and not actually up playing the game.
Hmm.
So, I mean, good for him for having a decent career and doing everything he did. And
What
yeah,
do you,
I'm really surprised to hear he retired. So that's very interesting.
yeah, and then also too, I wanted to ask about Brazil. I like him a lot, Vinicius Jr. too.
Oh
From
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, he is great. He is
I
great.
think I think he was like the only player that really showed up for Brazil though. I think like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they there
He was
was
like
like
the
no
shining
there was no
he was the
like
shining star of
sense of
Brazil.
urgency, no sense of
Yeah, no,
urgency
he
for
was
Brazil.
definitely the shining star of Brazil. I mean, and he has been for a long time, ever since he kind of came out into the pitch for Brazil and everything and made his appearances and whatnot. He's definitely been on the up and up and it's a pleasure watching him play too because he is great.
Mhm. Yeah, and I did want to ask about the Mexico England game, and that was crazy too.
Now
And
that
yeah,
was a game. That Mexico England game, that was a
it
game.
just started. Bellingham just like took England in his hand, and Saka with the pass to the cross to Bellingham to open the game, Kane
Yep.
to Bellingham to go up 2-0. But then all of a sudden, it's just like Quinones with that blistering shot makes it 2-1, and it's just like, yeah, I was just the game was just insane. You got to see two penalty shots too, one from
Yeah.
Harry Kane, one from Jimenez too. It just and then the whole extra time too. Mexico had how many chances, how many
Oh,
corner
so
kicks?
a lot. And I think one of the craziest things was seeing. I'm pretty sure it was England. Correct me if I'm wrong, but what they scored 2 goals in a minute 30. Like, come
Yeah.
on! Like, who is doing that? Like,
Hmm.
you can't go up 2-0 and then like let 2 goals go by like that. Like one goal, okay, but 2 goals, like. What are we doing around here? Like Mexico had that game in the bag. Maybe not in the bag, but I mean, they had control of that game.
They did.
And
Hmm.
I mean, they probably should have moved on, and it was kind of a collapse from the Mexican team. And I mean, they're playing the Azteca, and they're playing in Mexico. You got your entire country backing you right now, and you let 2 goals in a minute 30. That's tough, man. That is so tough.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's like such. I was about to say that that's such a statement win for England
Oh yeah, yeah.
to go into Mexico and win there is absolutely
In
insane.
Azteca, and they all talk about like the altitude and the oxygen and this and that. They're not as prepared and everything. It's like, man, these people are. It's like the debates in like any other sport. It's like these are professional players. Like you think altitude is going to stop them? It's like a team going into Denver, and it's
Hmm.
like it doesn't really matter. Like the ball's just going to fly a little further. Your kicks are going to go a little further. They're still all professional athletes that do this, and I'm sure most of those players have played at the Azteca before. It's not their first time ever playing at the Azteca. It's, I mean, come on now. Like, something like altitude isn't going to affect the game as much as I think people think it does. I think it's a big just talking point for a lot of people to be like, oh, it's an altitude thing. It's like, well, I guess, and I'm sure it does affect them a little bit, but when they're out there, they're breathing, they're running, they're kicking the ball, they're having a good time, they're trying to win, I mean, that's what's in their mind. We got to win this game. It's this or we go home. So,
You got to
yeah, no, it was a great game.
ask Germany about the altitude in Brazil, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Seriously.
exactly.
It's like that didn't mess them up. They put 7 on them, right?
Yeah, yeah, 7-1, right? The 7-1, never forget.
That is still the probably the craziest game I watched and one of the biggest surprises. But speaking of Germany, another surprise was Gustavo Gomez in Paraguay getting by Germany in PKs. Is that the biggest surprise of the tournament in your opinion?
The biggest surprise of the tournament, probably. Honestly, I mean, but it's one of those things. It's like when a game goes down to PKs, it's anybody's game. It's truly anybody's game. Because I mean, we saw it with what was the other game? I think there's another game that went to PKs, and the first one was saved, and then they were going, and it's like, okay, well, they're definitely gonna win. Maybe actually, maybe it was the Germany game I'm thinking of, where
Morocco
it's
went to
the first
PKs too.
Morocco.
Netherlands.
Yeah, that also went to PKs. I think I am thinking of the Germany game.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
has to be. I mean, like as I said, it goes to PKs as anybody's game. It's like a fresh start. It's the 120 minutes that was just played, 115 minutes that was just played doesn't even matter anymore because it's anybody's game. And you can't a team like Germany cannot let it go to penalties. You just cannot let it go to penalties. And
Hmm.
when it does, you get the result that they got.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
And this is probably one of Rudiger's getting up there in age now, right? He's getting
Yeah.
older.
Hmm.
Like what's next for Germany? Like I mean, like do they still have a squad like coming back for the 2030 World Cup? Like where's it go? Because this is what 3 straight early exits, you know?
Three straight early-ish exits for sure. Definitely very surprising from, such a powerhouse like Germany, and
Hmm.
especially when we were growing up. I know you didn't watch much soccer, but growing up, I mean, Germany was they were like the France of, my
Hmm.
childhood. It's like they're always kind of going to make it. They're going to be in the round of 16. They're going to be in the semis. They're going to be in the quarters. They're probably going to be in the finals eventually. And to see them where they're at now is it's kind of crazy to see that, like I mean, European teams are still dominant, and we can see it just by, the quarterfinals. I mean, most of them are European teams, outside of like Argentina and whatnot, and Morocco, where I guess Morocco just lost yesterday, right? 2-0 to France, which no big surprise there either. I mean, we know France is probably going to be in the finals. I'll say it now. We probably know France is going to be in the finals because every time you see France play, they look just on another
Unbelievable.
level than everybody else. Their game is just on a different level.
They just have so much too. And one of my breakout players, and correct me on the pronunciation because I don't speak French. I probably should look it up. Desmire Doué, is that how you pronounce it?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not a French speaker either. So,
But Doué is only 21 years old. I was looking into, and he's like their fourth option. Elise, you have. I mean, let's not even talk like Mbappe, and then Dembele is like hat trick too. Like they just have everything. Their defense
oh
is
yeah.
good too. Their defense is all ages like 25 to 30, right
Yeah.
in that age group you want for that. Like
Hmm.
they're just loaded, man.
Yeah,
And
their keeper, I can't remember who their keeper is, but their keeper is great. I mean, the whole team as a whole, I mean, they're at another level playing right now. And every time you like tune into a game, I don't care if it's the 20th minute, the 60th minute, halftime, I don't care. Tune into a France game and you just watch them play and they're just well above any competition that they face so far. And you see it
hmm I think their
match in and
keeper
match
is
out.
Mike Mannion, I think his name is. I
Oh
forgot
yeah.
his. Yeah, he's good too.
Yeah.
He's like a good. I was watching him for some Morocco. Morocco was making a push at the tail end when they took Mbappe out. It's a real field general too. I know. But speaking of general, field wait, is he the general or admiral Mbappe? Do you think he's winning the Golden Boot? I think he's taking it
Oh
easy.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say. Yeah, he's probably gonna take it. He's probably gonna take
Yeah.
it.
Do you think Messi got a chance too?
I mean, Messi has a chance. Of course, Messi has a. I mean, this is the last World Cup. They will give him the benefit of the doubt 10 out of 10 times. And I mean, let's not even talk about, previously we were just discussing VAR and this and that. Messi should have had a red card his first game, stepping on that dude's calf. Like that is absolutely they let him go because it's his last cup, and they're not gonna not have the
Yeah.
face of FIFA, I guess next to Ronaldo, not be playing in the group stages and onwards, you know?
Hmm.
So it's one of those things like Messi, of course, has a chance. Mbappe absolutely has a chance. I don't know who really else has a chance at this point, but it's definitely that those two. Holland maybe has maybe. I'd be really surprised.
How do you feel about Yamal? You think I don't know if he scored enough goals though.
Yeah,
He's such a good player, but
he's
I
such a
just
good player, and I've watched him a ton, but I don't think so. I just don't think he has what's needed for the Golden Boot. So,
what's it called? The next thing I do want to talk about though is USA soccer. Group stage looked phenomenal. You win with 10 players against Bosnia and Malik Tillman's goal, what a bomb, right? But then
oh
all of a
yeah,
sudden Belgium happens. I kind of thought that they were going to lose from the start because Belgium beat them last time they played them and they kind of have our number anyway.
oh yeah.
What did you think though? I thought it was still a colossal letdown. Win or lose, they they just they just didn't show up.
So I will say this, and call me a pessimist or this or that. USA was never going to make it
Hmm.
all the way. They were never going to make it, past the round 16. Especially with this expanded format of, more teams, and now we
Hmm.
have the round of 32 going on. USA is never going to make it that far. Unfortunately, it's just not. It's not in our blood. It's not in our DNA to like make it that far. And we can have Pulisic and all these great players, but when it comes to USA soccer facing European teams or South American teams, we never stack up against them. And like, yeah, I mean, we had, we won 10, 10 men on the field against Bosnia, but how good is Bosnia? It's like we should have taken that game anyway. And like most of the games that we won, we probably should have won. But then, we face a top 10 team, in Belgium, in the top 10 somewhere there. And I mean, we looked awful. I mean, even that, I think it was the first goal that happened. We had 8 players on defense standing there and they just all stopped. Like, you
Hmm.
can't stop. And then,
Yeah.
the keeper coming out of his box, that's okay. You can have a confident keeper, but you can't hit the ground like that, when you're trying to get rid of the ball. Like
Hmm.
it's like watching MLS, like club soccer to the Champions League or to the Premier League. It's like the game is just so much slower over here. And like you can tell. And when you go against European teams who are used to such a faster paced game, it's like we just can't keep up. We can't keep up, with those teams. And I like for USA to, be better and the game to grow over here and we get more talent in the pool around here. But until then, I mean, if we have to face a Spain or a Belgium or an Argentina or a France or an England, like we're never gonna we're never gonna be a league above them. We're never gonna play faster than they are.
Hmm.
We're always gonna play on the defensive side and hope for a breakaway. And with teams like that, you can't do that because especially like England's play style, I mean, they play long ball. Like they'll knock the ball 45 yards down the pitch all the time. Like that's what they do. And when you're always playing defensive like that and you're always kind of on your heels, it's always room for disaster.
Hmm.
And I think and they came out so flat against Belgium, and you can't come out flat against a team like that. You just can't.
No. And like you said too, we don't have the Lamine Yamals. We don't have Mbappe. Like honestly, I think that Elise would be our best player. I think their third best player or Dembele, whoever you think the third best player would be our best player. And I
Oh
just
yeah, 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 for sure.
and I
Yeah,
just think you brought up a good point too. As someone I played ice hockey, you played soccer, so we both the one thing that's similar about both sports is if you stop your feet, you're done. Like if you stop your feet,
it's
and
over.
and I saw multiple times their defense. I don't want to tell people how to play soccer, but they completely stopped their feet. Like it
Oh
was like they
yeah.
were in quicksand. Like it was like going into the goal was like the red carpet, you know. It was
Yeah.
which was fitting because they play in LA. So, but it was just
Right, yeah, of course.
it was like they rolled out the red carpet for, and then Lukaku with the game winner just sends us home packing, waves us a little goodbye. But I wasn't even upset. Like I said, they scored five against us. I think like what earlier in the year or something. They beat us
Yeah, yeah.
earlier in the year too. So like I'm not surprised. I think the only good news is though is like their well play in group stage and the amount of people that watched in America. I think that's a good
Right.
sign for
Oh
USA
yeah,
soccer.
yeah, no, that's definitely a good sign for like the growing of the game, which I think is much needed in
Yes.
America. But I also think that until United States starts getting like relegation and everything going, we're still like a second tier kind of. I mean, for a long time we called a retirement league. Like MLS is like your retirement league. It's like you play a couple of years. I mean, it happens to Thierry Henry and Messi now, and Zlatan played in LA for a couple of years and he did great. And
Hmm.
he was just leagues better than every. I mean, it's also Zlatan, so of course he's leagues better than everybody else. But you see these people come over, and it's like, well, of course Miami's going to win a cup. It's because they have Messi, like, and then Messi's going to bring a couple of people, which he did, obviously. And but it's like MLS is kind of like a retirement league. Like you're not getting to the Champions League from MLS kind of deal.
Speaking of
But yeah, no,
retirement
I I,
too,
I think
I was gonna
I
ask about
think
Ronaldo too. See what you thought about Ronaldo.
oh
Like
Ronaldo
his
was uh, I might get a lot of flack for saying this, but Ronaldo was trash this World Cup. Like he wasn't good. He
hmm
was not good. I mean, he got a couple of goals, and Portugal really relies on Ronaldo, but he's not a Messi. Sorry, I'm gonna say he's not a Messi. I mean, Messi's outscoring plenty of goals, making opportunities, making runs, and Ronaldo's over there. I mean, doing Ronaldo. And no disrespect to Ronaldo, he's great. He's a goat. Messi's a goat. I hate I think in all sports, I hate the goat talk because it's like it's also subjective, and even when it's objective, it's still like these are these are two of the greatest players in our lifetime. So they're both goats within their own rights. But when it comes to the World Cup, Messi's just better, and
he
it
is.
shows.
hmm And I think like Messi just did it all this tournament too. Like it's not even over yet, but he's just doing it all. Like
Yeah,
he's
he's
getting
doing it all.
he's getting back down the pitch and like if the ball's the other way, he's going and getting things. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he's playing both
yeah,
sides and he's setting people up.
absolutely.
And the other day he got set up, ball bounces, comes up, bar downs it like crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. I mean, Messi's gonna find the back of the net. Yeah, that's just what he does.
hmm
And other like not even the goal scoring side of Messi, but just him setting up plays and like making those runs and like taking a defender away, and like you have to put so much focus on Messi, like he knows, and it like opens up the field for the rest of the team.
hmm
And like he waits for his chance, and then he makes a dashing run across the top of the 18. All of a sudden he has the ball and he's scoring. It's like well, he's pulling that defender, and that defender's trying to mark him, and all of a sudden he sees a little just a one step opening. He takes it and he goes. And I mean that's what Messi's always done that, like He's he's a playmaker. That's what he is.
Yep.
He is a thoroughbred playmaker. And it's amazing watching him play. I mean, it's amazing watching Ronaldo play too. I mean, we've all watched Ronaldo our whole life, and we've watched Messi, and we've seen the debates and the arguments, and they're both amazing.
hmm
But I think Messi is just a bit better.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fair. And I just remember I'll never forget watching 2014 World Cup. Ghana had them on the ropes and this was like Ronaldo when he was not 2026 Ronaldo obviously, but he
Right.
puts in a game winner with like 80 90 minutes left. Well, 80 90 minutes mark and yeah. Like there's no denying that they're both like you said ghosts in their own right. And
Oh yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
I do want to transition.
Absolutely.
No, I wanted to do this fun segment, and you'll love this. I'm gonna screen share this. I want to do not all the jerseys because this podcast would be 2 hours if we did all the jerseys. But I'm gonna share my screen, and I would
Okay.
love to. Here we go. To rank the World Cup kits.
All right. I'm down for that.
So we're not gonna do them all, but I'm gonna pick out a couple and
Okay.
we're gonna put them in there. So Germany, the white Germany, I love. I wanted to see what you thought of it.
Oh, the white Germany.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I don't think it's the best that there is, but it's good. I
Good?
think, yeah, I think we can leave them in good for now, and that might change. That might go up to very good, depending on how the rest of this tier list turns out.
For me, it's here, but
Okay.
but we're gonna go good for now, just because you're the
Yeah.
host, since you're the guest. But
And it might change for sure. It might change.
what I want to pick out another one I liked was Norway's. I don't know. I love the font on the back. What do you think
Oh
of
yeah.
it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, Norway's is very, very good for sure.
We'll put him there for now. This is usually S tier. I don't know why this tier maker has it say bad or very good. Argentina is always one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's super just Argentinian. It's simple, but when you see the jersey, you know who it is. You know it's number 10. You know it's Messi. You know they're coming to play. That's also going very good.
Alrighty. I'm looking at Germany's alternate, like their home uniform. I'm not a huge fan of the blue for Germany colors.
No, I'm not either. I have to agree with you.
I don't think it makes sense.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Like if that team shows up, I don't think that's Germany playing.
So Australia's green
Aust
jerseys.
Australia is so dope. That goes in best because
Yeah.
that look at that kit, man.
I was looking at all the kits and like that's easily one of the best, honestly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now Belgium's I call them the cotton candy
Cotton
one.
candy.
Yeah.
That goes up there in the best.
Yeah, that one was so clean seeing it in the States too in a football venue too. That was awesome. I honestly like our jerseys, USA's.
Oh, that's so funny because I think they are so awful, man.
You think I'm not even gonna put
I
them
think
in the
they're
tier
so.
maker
This is
then.
one of the worst USA kits I think I've ever seen, man. It is got. I don't know what it is. And like, I get it, like it's a flag waving or whatever, but it's just I don't know. I don't think they did a good job on it.
See, this is subjective though. So you're open to yours, and I think it would be unfair because I think it's like here or here. I don't think it's the best, but I like it. I but if it's that bad, we're just not even gonna put it on. We're not even gonna put it on.
Yeah, yeah, that's okay. We can leave that jersey off because I would never buy that jersey. I'm telling you right now, I'm wearing a USA jersey, and I would not buy that jersey at all.
I'm wearing this one I got. This one's like the official Aldi brand.
Oh, Aldi brand.
I got
Oh
it from
yeah.
Aldi. It was really nice. Yeah, but I in my opinion, I don't know what it is. I do like the stripes, but all right, let's go with a different one. We'll go with Mexico's. Mexico's are clean right here.
Yeah, Mexico's are clean. I would put that. Oh God, I would probably put that up in probably the very good.
Me too. I think it's
Yeah,
like what right around there. I want to see if I could find another one I liked was Egypt's with the pyramid in the
with the
background.
pyramid. Yeah, the pyramid's super cool seeing that.
I think that's very good as well.
What is that? What's that jersey? It's the second row, the third one from the left. That
Second row. This one?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Who is that?
That's Canada.
That is such a cool. I don't think I've seen that one. Did they play in that one?
They did. They played South Africa in that one.
Oh, okay. I might have missed that game. That's a cool jersey. I don't know why, but that's like catching my
I
eye.
like it. Yeah, I am usually not a huge I would put it up here. I'm usually
Oh
not a
yeah,
huge
yeah, for
fan of
sure.
like when teams don't go with their like flag colors, but like these two right here are such an exception. And this
Yeah,
one
they're just
too. Yeah.
they're just so nice looking.
Let's see. What do we got next? We have Croatia? We gotta rate Croatia, right?
Oh yeah, definitely gotta do Croatia. They're what the checkered one right there, right?
Yeah, I like the checkers.
Yeah, the checkers are nice. It's pretty classic. It's, you think of soccer, you think of checkers. I don't know why, but it's kind of how it goes.
Yeah. Do you think it's good or very good?
It's probably good.
All right. Let's just try to. I just want to try to find a mad one. I think. Let me try to find one. I mean, there's a lot of good ones. I think that the Paraguay ones are like this one here. I think that one just man. What do you think?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I think I like the I like the not tie-dye going on, but like the splotches of like the bright blue with the dark in there. I think it looks cool.
Hmm. Yeah. I think it's like right around here or here. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I probably put in the good section.
Yeah, yeah. So what about hmm Algeria's white Algeria?
Dude, Algeria's is so plain looking. It's white with a green stripe. Come on, we can do better than that, Algeria.
We'll go. We're gonna go with that.
We're gonna go
Let's
bad, yeah, for sure.
let's see. I think this one's Uruguay right here.
Yeah, that's Uruguay.
The
I
baby
mean,
blue is a classic.
baby blue is a classic. Is that a polo?
It looks like it. It looks like it got
It
the
looks like
collar.
it looks like an old 80s polo jersey right there. That's pretty classic. If that is an actual polo, they really brought it back for this cup. That's
I think I'm gonna put it up here.
yeah, yeah, I would too.
All right, let's do France. Where's France? Where is that? Right here with the
Yep,
collar.
right there. Yeah,
I think
France is oh, that's oh, they're also a polo, it looks like.
yeah, they got Mbappe wearing the polo. I don't know. I think it looks sick. I like
Yeah,
them.
no, they look super clean. I like it.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this just because I want Mbappe to win in best. Just because I want him to win. We'll do
Where's Spain's
what's
jersey?
what's that?
Spain.
Spain's jersey. Where is Spain's at?
Where are they?
Let's see. Netherlands is here. Spain would be around here, right?
Yeah, they should be.
Is this it here? I think that's their away one, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think so.
probably.
Yeah. Trying to think. These are sending. No, this is Ghana. What do you think of Ghana is with their map right here?
Ghana's the white and the yellow one. Is that their alternate kit, the yellow one?
Yeah.
Yeah, their alternate kit looks really nice. I, I,
Hmm.
th I think their alternate kit looks better than
The white.
their, yeah, for sure.
I would put that up here, I think.
Yeah.
And then let's do. Do you like Netherlands orange?
Oh yeah. Yes, that's iconic. That's gonna go in like best because that's
Yeah.
just yeah.
Let's see. Let's do. Oh, there's so many good ones left still.
Is that green one right there? Is that Mexico?
This one here? I think the
Yeah.
Mexico one was this one, I
Oh
think.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That is
Or was that
Mexico.
Morocco? Did we mix I think one's Morocco, one's
The
Mexico.
one's Mexico, yeah.
Um, and let's do Ivory Coast to finish things off.
Another orange one right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably gonna go in good because it's Morocco.
So, anyways, I'm gonna quit sharing my screen now. Let's see. Click on that. Back to the screen. And yeah, perfect. Are we seeing each other now? I think so. Or are you
Yeah,
still
I
seeing my
still
screen?
yeah, I still see your screen here.
Oh yeah, let me try to get that off of there. There we go. Share. How about now? Still?
Still there.
Huh. Oh, I want to undo it. How do you undo it? Give me a second.
Oh, you're
Oh,
good,
stop
man.
share. There's a stop share button at the bottom. I'm gonna cut that, obviously. Yeah, but I do want to wrap up, and I want to ask you, what was your favorite team? Who was your favorite going into the tournament? And now that we're close to the finals, who's like your favorite now?
Okay, so since I started watching World Cup, I've always watched Spain, so I'm a ma massive Spain fan. So obviously, I'm rooting for Spain. I think Spain's going to make it all the way. I think they have more than enough good players, and I think they are more than enough a well-rounded team to kind of take it all the way. So of course, I'm rooting for Spain, massive Spain fan. But other than that, I mean, France is going to be in the finals, man. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we're going to be seeing France in the finals, and I mean. I mean, obviously Argentina probably has a chance to be in the finals, but I really think those three teams, I mean, one of those three teams are going to be in the finals, if not two of them, depending on however the bracket works out, because I don't know exactly how the bracket is going to pan out here, you know?
Yeah, I think
So it's gonna
Spain,
be okay. So it's gonna so France. So yeah. So France is gonna either face Spain or
Spain or
Belgium, from what
Belgium.
I'm seeing, and then Spain's gonna beat Belgium for sure.
Hmm.
That might go to PKs or whatever, but I do think Spain's going to come out the winner of that game, and then Argentina's going to beat Switzerland. I mean, no doubt about that.
Yeah,
I can't believe
especially knowing
Switzerland made
that
it this
I think
far.
they got a lot of their woes out of the way too, where they got their scares out of the way. I think this is like they got past like that hard part, you know?
But I also think like watching Argentina every game this World Cup, like they've almost kind of always been like on their heels a little bit. Like
Yeah.
they haven't had like a super maybe one or so, but they have not had a dominating run this World Cup.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, they could actually get knocked out. And then, you tune back in next week, you're like, oh my God, they're actually gonna get knocked out again. And of course, Messi somehow making it happen where they're not getting knocked out. But it is one of those things where it's like Argentina, I mean, Switzerland could make an upset depending on how, if they come out guns blazing, they really could upset a good Argentina team here. But yeah, I think it's gonna be France against Spain, and then I think it's gonna be Norway against Argentina.
Mhm.
And actually looking at that, I mean, Norway could beat Argentina too. Holland could rip off a hat trick in the first half.
I think
And
one
then
weak part about Argentina is like their defense. I think Holland's going to be able to get in there. And
yeah, oh,
the
I
question
do too.
is, will Norway be able to slow down what they have going on offensively with with Martinez and with what's his face, Messi, obviously.
Right. Yeah, no, it's definitely it's a challenge. Like defensively, it's always going to be a challenge against Argentina. But if you can it sounds so simple, but if you can lock down Messi, you have a really good chance. But locking that guy down is like locking down Tom Brady in a Super Bowl, against Atlanta Falcons. Like it doesn't happen. It
Yeah.
just Tom Brady's always going to come out on top. Like no matter how you feel about the guy, he's always going to be coming out on top.
Yeah, my prediction before, and speaking of that, Tom Brady actually said that he thought that his comeback against Morocco was more impressive than his 28-3 on Twitter. I don't know if you
Oh
saw
yeah, I
that.
saw that.
Yeah. My prediction before this all started, I thought it was going to be France and Argentina. We're like my 1 and 2 right there.
Right,
I
yeah,
didn't
of
like
course.
I didn't do a clean bracket or pick a clear one. Um, but I had, yeah, those were like my 1 and 2s right there, and I think I'm gonna stick with my guns on it. I don't know what it is. I just think Messi's just gonna be too tough. But at the end of the day, I think it's gonna be a rematch from 2022. I really
Yeah, no,
do.
it very well could turn out to be that way. And then I think if it is France versus Argentina in the finals, France is taking it
Oh, me
without a
too.
doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, France is gonna come out on top. But yeah, no, I think it's personally in the finals here, I think it's gonna be Spain versus Argentina.
Hmm.
And I think, yeah, maybe I'm biased here, but I think Spain's gonna beat Argentina
I
too.
hope so. No,
I would
honestly,
love it.
there was they were a well-oiled machine, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Zabral, the
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
strike. I think it's the striker. He was,
Striker,
dude. He
yeah.
almost had a Cucurella's a good player. Like
Hmm.
Lamine Yamal, obviously. Like
Oh, of course.
they're loaded, man, and that's what I was talking about USA earlier. Like they don't have like a big three like that. You know what I mean? Like
No,
these.
no, 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 no. They have like Pulisic, and it's like he's good, but he's not like what they thought he was going to be either. Like
Mhm.
Pulisic hasn't produced like they ever thought he was going to. Um, I mean, I mean, the Spain and Belgium game's happening here in what, like 2 hours or so. So I mean, we'll get a much clearer picture of what's going to go on. But Courtois back in that goal, and the keeper for Belgium, Courtois, he is so good, man. Like
Hmm.
it's Spain's gonna have a tough time getting a ball past them. And yeah, I mean, just beating Belgium is not easy. I mean, these are two top 10 teams
And
in the
he's
regular.
6'7" too in that.
Yeah,
Like
he's so big, dude.
it's
He
crazy.
is so big.
Like that shot Balogun had at the end of the game, like if it was a different keeper here, it would have been a different story if he's
Oh
on
yeah.
that or not, you
Yeah, for
know?
sure. And
But
then
yeah.
I have to make one more statement here, and it's super
Yes.
important. But that I think was the second goal of the Cape Verde game against Argentina. That goal,
Was
I don't know who
insane.
the player was. The goal of the entire tournament. That was so clean and so it was
The hook
truly
on it. It was insane. He was like, what, 50 or 60 yards out this way. And he
yeah, like to the side.
and
Yeah.
he buried that by
Buried
him.
it.
Like
Yeah.
I've never seen I
No,
like
it was a go when I watched that goal, I was like, oh my God. I was
my
already at the edge of my seat. I was like, this can't be real. Like,
my
especially like,
brother and my friend don't watch soccer. And I was watching it and they came in and watched with me and they saw that shot and they jumped out of the couch. Like they were out of the seats, man. It was
yeah, no,
crazy.
it was a crazy goal to watch. I mean, that definitely one of the best goals of the tournament. And there's been a lot of them this tournament,
Hmm.
actually. Like we could go on and on about how many good goals there have been, but that's definitely
That's one.
probably the top one. Yeah,
Number
number
one.
one. I don't. That entire game is the best game of this World Cup, hands down, bar none. I mean, what a game that was to watch. And I'm sure if I'm bored one day, I'll go into YouTube and I'll even replay that match just to watch it because it was so good. I mean, actually, I think by like the 50th minute, when I realized it was like really heating up and everything, I changed the Telemundo
Hmm.
cast just to hear the Spanish speakers going crazy. I didn't know what they were saying, but I mean, you don't really need to. You just watch what's going on, and they're freaking out. I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure one of the commentators for Telemundo, he's an Argentina fan, so he was definitely like really, really into it because it's his country playing and his team, and yeah, no, it was best game of the entire
Oh
tournament
yeah.
was Argentina Cape Verde for sure.
One thing I wish they did was one thing I didn't understand was they gave Mexico like an extra couple minutes after
Mhm.
extra time was up, and then I I didn't get so they gave what three I think 3 minutes, but there was a goal in that second half of overtime, and that guy got kicked and it hit him in the family jewels,
Mhm.
and he was down for like a minute or two. I just wasn't sure like why there wasn't more time, and then another thing too was like they never like cleared the ball out Argentina, and so it's just like oh if you're giving all this time to Mexico this one game or like the one Croatia game went so far over. I just wish they gave him one more play. I wish they gave him one more play.
Right, yeah, yeah. And extra time is one of those things where it's like they had the hydration break and then, the ref kind of counts like how many stoppages there's been and like fouls and this and that. And then like but what kind of sucks, it's the way the rules are written in soccer, but it's like really up to the ref to kind of decide when the game's over.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
like if the vibe is good, sometimes the ref will play another extra minute or two if like, like you never want to stop an attacking play from happening, even if it's like a minute over.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I've enjoyed that, they like take like the theatrics and like put it at the end of the game. So like you can fall down all you want, but you're still gonna end up playing those extra minutes anyway. You're not actually wasting the clock. You're just adding it to the back end and like I mean, we've seen it time and time again where it's like 90-minute cheeses and it's like the 97th minute and Canada scores the game-winning goal. It's like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like,
Hmm.
just let them play. Just let it play. Like, just let these players go.
Yeah,
I,
and
I, I think it's the same thing for like even like in football, like
yeah.
American football these days is like with all the PI calls and this and that. It's like just let them play, man. Like let them just go.
Hmm. No, I agree with that too, and it makes for like when Canada scores against South Africa. It's just it makes
Right.
that one goal so much better. Like it,
Yeah,
and it
it's so much sweeter to watch.
yeah, and it's like you don't have to have like an extra 30 minutes of play. Like, oh, that's the game winner. Like it's an actual like buzzer beater
Right.
per se. You know, and
Right.
I think that just add, like you said, it's the level of excitement that's added.
And there's been a couple of this tournament where it's like it was a buzzer beater goal. And you're like, that was literally the last opportunity that they got to score a goal, and they scored, and they did what they were supposed to do.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
the game.
Turkey beat the U.S. on the
Yep.
and then the other one was the crazy one of the other craziest game was Algeria Austria. You got a goal in the 93rd minute, and then 96. It was like after extra time, the guy had
Hmm.
the game winning header too, or the game tying
Yeah.
header. I mean that was another buzzer beater, and it sent
Yeah.
both
I mean,
guys
there's
into
been
the
quite a few
knockouts.
like buzzer beaters,
Hmm.
so-called this tournament, where it's like other tournaments haven't been exactly like that, and it's really great to see like a 97-minute goal, because you kind of turn off the game at 90 minutes. It's 2-1. You're like, oh, they're just gonna waste the clock, whatever. And then all of a sudden you look back at Google and you're like, oh my God, you have to tune back into the game. You have to, okay, what did I miss all of a sudden? But yeah, it keeps you watching, that's for sure. It keeps you on your toes this tournament. So it's really been a wonderful tournament, and I didn't think it was gonna be as good with the expansion, teams, and like a lot like quote unquote lesser teams out there. But they all showed up and they all tried and they all did really good. And I mean, somebody like Cape Verde making it as far as they did with everything going on, it's truly something special that like anybody who gets in this tournament could actually possibly win.
Hmm.
And it's not just, the top. I mean, it's gonna come down to the top couple of good teams, and we all know that, but there's upsets all the time, like Switzerland making it this far. Who thought Switzerland was going to make this far? Nobody. Nobody had that. So it's just one of those things where soccer is a beautiful sport, and when you really get into it and you really like learn what's going on, it is so fun to watch. And man, I can't wait. I'm sad for the tournament ending, but then that means all the other soccer picks back up because they all take the international break, obviously, because no players are playing for their clubs right now, or good players are playing for their clubs right now. So, we're gonna get MLS back here soon. It's been on, a 4-week break, and we can get into that one day if you want. We can go into MLS if you ever want to do like an MLS podcast on,
Oh, for
American
sure.
soccer and stuff like that. I think that could be really fun. Um, but yeah, man, it's just soccer's a beautiful sport, and we should always watch it, and we should always play more of it, and there should always be more. And I just hope the game grows even more in America, because we deserve to see more of it, and better play too, please. Better play is what I want.
Hey, well, anyways, I agree. I'm gonna be watching. I bought a couple soccer balls. I'm gonna be playing too, and I can't wait to have you on again. Whether it's Packers football, which we'll get into another day.
Oh yeah,
Right
yeah, that's a
now,
whole different thing.
but thanks again for joining me. Thank you guys for listening too. But thanks for coming on. I appreciate taking the time.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me. I really enjoy. I mean, we've only done this one other time, but I always really enjoy our conversations and talking sports. I mean, it's fun, and yeah, I mean, anytime you want me to come on, I will be more than happy to fit you in my schedule and make this all work, so we can just have some more podcasts and talk sports and whatever. It doesn't matter to me. We can talk anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks again, man. It was a pleasure, and yeah, glad you're doing well. And yeah, we're looking forward to having you back on next time. If we talk football, I know Justin. He's a big NFL guy, so I'm excited for it. So
Cool.
yeah, we'll talk to you soon, though. But
Yeah,
thanks for
man.
coming
Thank you.
on. Yeah.
Thank you.
See ya.